Hello friends, I am Dr. Prajnamatthi Halli, who is working in Government First Grade College, Dharwad, Karnataka. And I have discussed many points about principles and practice of auditing. And now we have to think of one interesting aspect, that is, what is the distinction between auditing and investigation. In my earlier videos, I have discussed about the distinction between accounting and auditing. Here we are thinking on the distinctive points of auditing and investigation. So, to what extent they are similar and to what extent they are different, let us understand it. And first thing, what I would like to share with you is auditing is concerned with analytical and critical examination of books of accounts. As you know very well, we know what is the definition of auditing, what is the meaning of auditing in simple words, and that is the main thing is auditing is concerned with the analytical and critical examination of books of accounts. Then what is investigation? It is not similar. It is concerned with the reason for which it is conducted. Here, investigation means it will be conducted to know certain aspects. If we are thinking there is some analytical review of some points and we suspect something and we feel that something is there which is not quite normal, then we conduct one investigation and we will find out what is wrong there and what is unique there, what is something fishy. If we feel, we will find it out. And auditing means the scope of auditing, if we think, it is determined by the agreement made between the auditor and the client. Someone will appoint the auditor, that is the owner of the organization will appoint the auditor. He is our client, and there will be one agreement between the auditor and the client, wherein auditor will be given with the details what he is supposed to do, what he has to do, and what is his scope of work. It will be written in the agreement, and the client will suggest us what we are supposed to do. But as far as investigation is concerned, here the scope varies from one investigation to another. It depends upon the objectives for which it is conducted. Why we are doing the investigation, what is the objective of it, and that objective determines the scope of our investigation. So, how much we have to work, that depends upon the reason why the investigation is going on. And auditing aims at, what is the aim of auditing? Aim is to critically examine the books of accounts and make report on the truth and the fairness. To what extent the accounts are revealing the truth position, whether they are true or not, whether they are fair or not, what the account is showing as asset, as profit, as expenditure, as income, whether they are true or not, whether they are fair or not, will be determined by the auditing. But in case of investigation, here the aim, why we are doing it, aim is to ascertain the causes of an existing situation, such as huge loss or low productivity. There is something, and for knowing the reason behind it, we are conducting the investigation. So, our aim is to know the reason behind it, why the present situation is like this. If it is not satisfied, we are thinking of we are worrying about our loss, we are worrying about our huge expenditure, or why we are in that particular situation, just we want to know the reason for it, then we conduct the investigation. So that is the difference between these two. And what about the period of auditing is generally a financial year, isn't it? 2019 and 20, just after completion of the financial year, after completion of the April, we are interested in conducting the audit of 1920. So that is the period, the financial year. But as far as investigation is concerned, period depends upon the objects and nature of investigation. So what type of investigation we are conducting? Suppose for some investigation, we may in need of studying the accounts of 5 years or 10 years. Sometimes, suppose if we are doing the investigation and we may in need of studying the accounts of all the years since the incorporation of company, what the accounts are showing. We want to know since its initiation, since its incorporation, we want to know all the accounts. Just for knowing some mistake or some discrepancies, we want to do the investigation. So that is how it depends. And auditing, auditor should give report in a standard form. How he should give the report, there is a standard form. But for the investigation, there is no such kind of things. Investigator should submit report by conclusions. So what is his conclusion? That is, standard format is not there for the investigation. And as far as auditing is concerned, auditor can accept all facts and figures at their face unless there is something apparently suspicious. If everything is going smoothly, then auditor will believe all the accounts and he will give the report. But investigator is appointed to know something which is fishy, which is suspicious. Already we are suspicious, so we are conducting the investigation. Therefore, he should be alert and critical enough to identify clues for arriving at the truth. Investigation means there is some discrepancy, there is some unnatural thing. Therefore, we should be very alert while doing the investigation. Nothing is normal in case of investigation. There is a standard work program which can be generally adopted for all type of audit. As you know very well, we have discussed the audit program in one video wherein we have mentioned that even a standard work audit program will be enough to conduct some kind of audits. And while we are thinking about the investigation, it is not possible to frame a standard work program. It differs from one investigation to another. Every investigation will be unique, it will be different. So one audit, that is one investigation program, will not be suitable for another. We have to prepare some other investigation program only for different investigations. And as far as auditing is concerned, it is legally required to disclose the information in the prescribed form. Auditor is supposed to do it. It is his duty to give the report to the shareholders or the appointing authority. He has to give it. But as far as investigation is concerned, no legal requirements as to the disclosure of the information. So he has to give the information, he has to give the report to the concerned people, that is for whom he is doing the investigation. And my dear friends, hereby we have understood so many aspects. It was very interesting also, as you know very well, and it is very simple also, so we can understand many more things in our next videos. I request you to go for my other videos also to collect the knowledge. And if you want to give feedback, please give me the suggestions for improvement. And in the days to come, let us have many more videos on different aspects, standard auditing practices, etc. I request you to be there in the journey of learning, my dear friends. It is a quite interesting journey, and be there always. Let us be good learners so that knowledge come all the way from life, and let us enjoy knowledge. Thank you.